Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Recipes from a Putwin Kitchen. My name is Casey Willard. I'm the Tribal Executive Chef for the Yocha Dihi Winta Nation. And today we're going to be showcasing a beautiful cold smoked beef heart carpaccio salad. Now, beef heart is a very, very special organ inside the animal. This could either be game, it could be elk, it could be deer, it could be buffalo, it could be beef. Any type of hunted animal that is sacred to any type of indigenous lands. When the animal is killed, the heart is usually the first piece that is taken out, harvested, and eaten. It is a honor, it's a tradition. Not everybody gets this piece, so it's a very sacred piece of the animal that hopefully today I can honor with our recipe of cold smoked carpaccio salad. Now, to start with the beef, this is raised here in Cape Valley. It's a beautiful beef heart. I smoked this beef heart maybe 2 hours, very cold smoke. Cold smoke is kind of low temperature, so you're not really cooking the heart. You're mainly just infusing flavor. This is gonna go with a beautiful little herb salad. We're gonna make an emulsion of honey mustard, olive oil, little tang, a little sweetness, a little heat, to kind of bring everything together in one beautiful bite. So to get started, we can start making our emulsion. Now, emulsion is a fancy word for saying, you could think of mayonnaise. Mayonnaise is an emulsified sauce. So essentially you're taking fat and acid, bringing it together, and infusing a little bit of flavor to it, whisking it real fast. In order to do that, we gotta get our ingredients together. So I'm gonna use everything in a mason jar, keeps it nice and tight and clean. First, you gotta start with the egg yolk. So I have a beautiful farm fresh egg. We'll crack this open, and we'll kind of take the whites away from the yolk. Right, this goes right into your mason jar. Now we're gonna start with our mustards. I'm gonna use a Dijon mustard. I'm gonna use a little granular mustard. Now the grainy mustard is gonna give it a little bit of that spice and a little bit of that heat we're looking for, and hopefully a little bit of texture. So that goes in. Now the most important thing for this is acid. I'm just gonna use a little bit of lemon juice. Now you gotta work quick because this lemon juice will start to cook the yolk. About there. I'm gonna take my spoon and I'm just gonna whisk. Now this is just kind of incorporating. This is the start of your emulsification. Back and forth. Now if you have a bowl and a whisk, you feel free to use that method. I'm using a spoon. We're just trying to incorporate air. I'm just trying to mix together the fat and the acid. I'm gonna hit it with a little bit of honey. Of course, our beautiful Seca Hills honey. If we get a little drop, here we go. We'll get that back in there. And while this is resting, I'm gonna take some of our olive oil. This is Arbequina. You wanna go slow with the oil. The faster you put the oil in on an emulsified sauce, the quicker it is it's gonna break on you. Now what I mean by break is it'll separate. Everything will just kind of be like, what is happening to my sauce? It's broken, right? It's not together. So you kind of wanna just do a couple drops at a time. I know it seems kind of mundane and tedious, but just a little bit of drops really help incorporate more fat. Right, and this can be a beautiful base if you wanted to do for a salad dressing, but we're going to use this on some little bit of microgreens, and also we're going to use this right on the carpaccio itself. And as you can see, I kind of want it nice and streaky. Looks okay. I might add a little bit more olive oil to it. I like this. This will be beautiful over the beef. Add a little salt. I think I might add a little herb to it. I have some beautiful chives here. I might take just a couple. Come back. But it's just that fresh onion chive that's really going to give it a little bit extra depth of flavor, color. Beautiful. So I think our sauce is there. Carpaccio is kind of a fusion between Italian cuisine and native, kind of bringing both stories together. A beautiful partnership. They're starting to bridge the cuisines together right now. It's a beautiful movement that's happening, and I just kind of wanted to be a part of it with this today. With the Carpaccio, you want to slice it nice and thin. That's the deal. You don't want it super translucent, but you want it to be able to slice nice and thin so you can see it and you can build with it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build my Carpaccio kind of in layers. And this is meant to be eaten with a fork and a knife. And Carpaccio can be done in many different ways, right? We've all had, majority of us has had tartare before, right? Beef tartare. Now tartare is more of raw. This is, again, a cold smoked product. So it's going to be a little bit different texture, but you could also treat it as you would tartare. You could chop it, dice it, mix it with your emulsification you just made, a little more olive oil. It'd be a beautiful dish as well. This will be a beautiful base for our greens. It's going to be a beautiful base for the sauce we just made, that emulsified honey mustard sauce. Kind of just build layers as you go. And it's a way of honoring this. It's a way of honoring the heart that, again, is the sacred organ in the animal. So now that we have our Carpaccio kind of layered out, we have our sauce ready to go. We can start looking at our greens. Now these are going to be beautiful little greens. I'm going to use baby arugula. But first, let's make a quick little salad dressing. I'm going to use a little bit of our Second Hills olive oil. I'm going to use a little coarse kosher salt. Now this salt's going to help break down some of the greens. It's going to help tenderize the greens when we get in there. It's coarse, so it's going to beat against the greens. It's going to help kind of bring them down together. We'll do a little more lemon juice. So we added a little more olive oil to our dressing. Kind of stir it up a little bit. We'll take some of our baby arugula. We'll get that in and take a little of our little microgreens. We got some nice, beautiful little purple cabbage sprouts. I might take a little more of these chives. And just kind of cut these rustic into the salad itself. Chives are a great addition to any type of salad. They really add some herbaceous flavor. It's a fun word to say, herbaceous. Toss. And you can kind of hear that salt kind of grinding against the greens, starting to wilt down. If you wanted to, you could use your hands. You could get in there and kind of massage the oil, the salt, and the lemon juice into these greens. And you could tell it's already come down about half its size. Beautiful little mixture. Also have some fava beans here. I got some beautiful foraged berries, so we can start building. I'd like to do a little bit of sauce first. We'll give that one more shake. We'll just streak this up and down. Again, if this is a little more thicker, you could put this like in a piping bag and pipe little beautiful little clouds of emulsified sauce. But here I'm just going to put a little bit over the beef. A little goes a long way. We'll take our fava beans and we can kind of just put accordingly where we like to see them. This is just going to help bring some nuttiness to the dish, a little more fat, a little more flavor. And then we'll come back with our salad greens. Place that right in the middle. a little bit of our blackberries, a little bit of, this is our sweetness component that's going to help with the smoked beef. It's going to help with the emulsified sauce. It's going to help bring a little color to the dish. Very simple, very rustic seasoned. And then we'll look at it. I think it needs a little more, I'm going to do a little more olive oil just because it's a beautiful, beautiful olive oil here at Seca Hills. Right on top. I'm going to finish with a little salt just in case that beef needs a little more seasoning if you didn't really incorporate it through the smoke. I'm going to hit it with a little more honey and we'll just kind of go around. Don't really want to get honey too much on the greens, but I really want to get it incorporated on top of the beef, onto the berries, onto the beans. So you look at your dish, and to me this is honoring the beautiful organ that is the heart. This is smoked beef heart, made Carpaccio style, with a beautiful tossed mixed green salad, beautiful fava beans, foraged berries, wonderful Seca Hills honey, and olive oil. Thank you again for joining us for another episode of Recipes from a Putman Kitchen. Chef Casey here signing off. Hopefully you enjoy this beautiful dish in the heart of your house.